What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Happy Friday. Today is also day 22 out of 100, so almost a fourth of the way to the goal. Pretty cool to say. Last Friday, we ended off with a video about how I did in my first year in real estate, which if you watched it, or even if you saw the thumbnail, you know that it just didn't go as planned. I'm not going to say it went bad, but it didn't go as expected, mostly due to the fact that I wasn't putting in as much work as I could have, and the market that I was raised in was absolutely insane. I probably submitted 20 plus offers in a month multiple times throughout that year, but just due to the insane amount of buyers we had at that time, they just weren't getting accepted. That's besides the point. Go watch the video if you haven't already, and you can see for yourself how my first year went. Today though, since we talked about a low point last week, today we're going to end off the week talking about something good, and that is what I would consider to be the best month in my real estate career. Not what I would consider to be what was certainly the best month in my real estate career to this point. Definitely not going to say that that's going to hold, because my goal is obviously to crush that. I'm going to tell y'all a story about how little old Jared at 23 years old closed $2 million properties in a month's time. Before we even get started on that, obviously the thumbnail said 70K in a month, and that was the reality of it if you're looking at gross commission income. But I want to go ahead and get out of the way that what I actually netted off that, net, whatever, off that was nowhere near that number. Not even close, not even in the ballpark. That was the total gross commission income, but because of the lead sources that they came from, because I had to pay my brokerage, pay my team, once again, I didn't net anything in the ballpark. So let's go ahead and get that out of the way right now. Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do to get you people watching. But the story is true. I did sell $2 million houses in 1 month. One was 1.5 million and one was 1,050,000. Both of these people were people that I've been working with for several months leading up to the time that they actually closed. So we really put in a lot of work to get these things to happen. But let's go ahead and dive a little bit deeper into the story of how I was able to do that at the ripe young age of 23. So once again, I was on a team, and I have to give a lot of credit to that team for providing me with the opportunity to work with people like this. Lead sources that we had on the team is where these two buyers in particular came from, but they weren't always $1 million buyers. First one actually started as somebody who was just looking for some land, somebody looking for some land, some acreage to build their forever home in Coweta County. We looked at a few lots, weren't really able to find anything, so we started to look at houses. Finally, found this absolutely stunning home in a fantastic location on 8 acres with a pond. When I say stunning, I mean absolutely gorgeous. We were able to get to the price point that we thought was fair, got the home under contract, and that was the first to close in May. As you all know, I play a lot of golf, and I remember at the time a lot of people in my office joking like, well, if you close $2 million buyers in a month, we're probably not going to see you for a while. I really didn't think it was going to happen that way either, but that's just the way that the dominoes fell. Second one I probably worked with for 8 or 9 months. We looked for a long time. It was actually on the north side of Atlanta. Like I always say, I go where the business takes me. This was in the Johns Creek area. There's one neighborhood really in particular that we were zoned in on, a really big neighborhood, but a really desirable neighborhood. So whenever something would come up, we knew that we were going to be competing with a lot of people. Once again, we looked for probably 8 months or so before we found the right one for them, got the offer accepted, and closed right at the beginning of June. So it wasn't quite a month that had passed from the first closing to this one. I got to tell y'all, I was absolutely buzzing just to be able to kind of add that to my real estate resume. It was a really, really cool thing for me. Still is to this day. As you can see, it's the proudest moment of my career to this point. I hope that that's not the last time I have the opportunity to do that, and I don't believe that it will be. But as a 23-year-old, having the trust of 2 families for such a massive investment meant the world to me. I feel like I handled it well. Both people came away with really great things to say, so I'm just so thankful that everything went the way it did. So yeah, I mean, it was a really cool time, and just thankful that I was blessed with the opportunity to do that. I love what I do. I love being able to help people with such a giant investment. Hope you enjoyed getting to know a little bit more about what has gotten me to this point. If you did, please like the video, comment on the video, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to Peach State Real Estate. I hope y'all are enjoying so far, and I hope you have a great Memorial Day weekend. I'll see y'all on Monday.